Good morning, Spray Wash Academy. It is Thursday. Hope everybody's doing great today. Coffee is my friend. Hey, Scott, good morning. Hope you are doing well. There's John. Got some people jumping on here. So you'll see the title of this thing is best sales tool ever. So I got to tease you for a minute here before I talk about the best sales tool ever. I was over in one of the other sites, I think it's Pressure Washing Motivation, and saw Charlie Daniels had done a Goya post, get off your ass, Goya. And it's funny because I've been bouncing around in my head the last couple of days thinking, we need to talk about this end of the season stuff and selling. Dave, you still up, buddy? I saw you were out pulling an overnighter. And so I'm not trying to copy, at all Charlie, but what he said really, it's very, very true. You get off your butt, especially this time of the year, whenever, the stuff might get a little bit thinner pickings for a lot of guys. Hey, good morning, Jamie. Yeah, I got my my new Outlaw shirt from Corey Flannery over at Pressure Washing Outlaws. So this is going to come in real handy because I am headed down to the beach this afternoon for a 2-day stint to do about 6 houses down there, still knocking sand off of some of these houses. Tanya's the best sales tool. Yeah, Eric, and people don't understand. I mean, in Florida, heck, some of us are just getting into the beginning of our seasons out there. So, and we're rainy and drizzly up here in North Florida, so that's why I'm enjoying this dry fit long sleeve shirt, because it's going to be a yucky couple of days out there. We've got this cold front starting to come through on the north side here, a little rainy. Not really looking forward to going down there, but hey, it is what it is. So anyway, going back to Charlie's thing, the Goya. So I had been bouncing around in my head, and I saw him do it. So I was like, wow, now's a good time to do that, because he helped me kind of put this into my mind. We all have these tools out here. And we see this all the time that, what's the best sales tool? What am I doing? What can I do to help me along? My website, my bandit signs. I don't really consider that a bandit sign. This is something we put out in houses whenever we might be doing, in a residential neighborhood. Brochure. Thank you, Keith, over at KBK. Love my brochures. Always been a great tool. Folders, one of the proudest things I ever had when we finally could afford these custom project folders out there. Loved these. Tanya and I used to make these things from Office Depot, from those blue folders you can get like in an 8-pack, and put our own stickers on there. So anyhow, all these things are tools. A great website, it's a tool. Okay? They're no different than this. This doesn't sell a job. This doesn't wash a house. It's a tool. Okay? I'd say the only tool that sells the job for you is whenever you have this sign and it says $99 any house, or any roof, $179. Okay, that's a tool that sells for you. And it's selling to a customer that you don't really want. Okay? Those aren't your market. That's not your market. You've heard me say it before. We all sling the same bleach. Your choice if you want to do it for $300 an hour. Your choice if you want to do it for $30 an hour. And I apologize. I went to the convenience store this morning. Those little caffeine packets you can put in your coffee. It says don't exceed 1 per day. I got like 4 of those, so I am like bouncing around like a methed up hamster right now. but my afternoon crash is going to my afternoon crash is going to be spectacular. So anyhow, all of these are just tools. I know everybody says, well, Ray, you know, all you ever do is big projects. All you ever do is big projects. You know, actually, no. Y'all see the big projects because I'm on them. We have at least 2 crews that go out and do residential projects every day of the week, except for Friday, which is our off day. Okay. I typically see those houses whenever I go out to do the estimate and meet the customer, but I don't really have any impact on those houses afterwards because my crews do a really good job. But we sell those jobs. Either Tanya sells them whenever she talks to them, or, you know, I sell them whenever I'm out there. A lot of times Tanya will jokingly tell me, she's like, okay, you're basically an order taker. They're already sold. These people are pre-sold. Go out there. Go out there and take your order taker. I've already done the hard work, the heavy lifting of selling this, you know. That's what she's awesome at, you know. That and keeping my life straight and keeping our office straight and all those awesome things. Anyhow, this business is so much more about washing houses, you know, and I'm not taking anything away from you if you're an incredible washer. Are you a good washer? Are you? Everybody nod. Who's a good washer? Yeah. Okay. All of my employees are really good washers too. Just let that thing sink in for a minute, okay? The people that work for me are really, really good washers. Cutest. You know, how many times are people that get out there and say, you know, they're a great chef at a restaurant. And all their friends go out there and go, man, you're the best chef. You shouldn't be working for somebody. You need to go open your own restaurant. You need to open a restaurant because God, with food like this, you can't fail. And the guy goes out and opens his own restaurant, and guess what happens? He fails. You know, 6 months, a year later, oh, where'd that restaurant go? Well, he closed up. He was horrible at business. And that's why I'm sitting here bringing this back to here. We can all be good at washing stuff. You know, I work faster than my guys, honestly. You know, it's one of those things that Tanya, whenever I do an estimate for a project and bring the sheet back in, Tanya's like, how long is that going to take? Well, it's going to take 5 hours. That's a 5-hour project. Tanya will look at me and she'll say, is that Ray time or is that crew time? And I'll sit there and think about, okay, it's crew time, probably 7 hours. Ray time's 5 hours, but I will power through it, you know, not take breaks and just get it done. You know, there's these things called labor laws. I have to give my guys breaks. Damn it. Minimum wage, crap like that. It's horrible. Anyhow, the restaurant fails because they're not good at business. And I see so many times people thinking that this is going to sell a job for you. This sells a job for you. No, the best sales tool ever is you. You are the best. Okay, not you. You over there. You are the best sales tool ever. Not this collateral material. Just like this doesn't wash a house, this doesn't sell a job. You sell the job. And always remember that. And if you need to get sales training, go out and get sales training. If you're awesome at the washing and you understand the numbers, but you hate talking to people, I've seen recently people talking about, well, I've hired a guy to answer the phone, or I've hired the guy to return phone calls. Awesome. That's what you should do. You know, Tanya always tells me, no man is an island. I have a hard time not being my own island. I do stuff on my own, runs her crazy, but I really have to remember that, you know, build a team and get everybody on the team doing their assigned duties. Because remember, you're the guy that sells, not any of your tools. Okay. Get out, get some sales training if it's something you feel uncomfortable with. Think about this. All the guys out there that I look at and say, wow, I feel that they're very successful. The ones that I think, they seem like they've really, really got it going on sales wise. If you look at them, one of the things that I feel everybody has in common is they're really good salespeople. They're building relationships with these customers. I look at Gene O'Neill. Gene's always out there, talking to his customers, building a relationship. You see him posting things, oh, hey, thanks for the beers, kind of thing like this. He knows that it's not just about these tools. It's about building these relationships. There's so many of these guys that are really, really, really good, and they understand that. And you look at their businesses from an outsider and think about it, because they're spending time selling, or they have people out there selling for them. They're building that relationship. Somebody had mentioned it the other day. Now's a really good time to try. I think Charlie was saying it. Go through your old estimates, go through stuff 3 months, 6 months. You've heard me say that here before whenever times get slow. Crap happens in people's lives, and it might not be that they thought your job was, your price was too high, but how many of us submit bids and don't follow back up? Well, learn to follow back up. It's one of the things that I was talking to Tanya about House Call Pro the other night, and it's something I've got to train myself. We've recently transitioned to House Call Pro. I need to take my customers and say, okay, I need to follow up with them in 2 to 3 days after I submit that estimate, to make sure they got it online, to make sure they understand this estimate came from Spray Wash Exterior Cleaning and didn't wind up in their spam folder. We don't want to rely on this technology too much. Don't let the technology be a crutch. Remember, you are the salesperson. Anyway, I have an 8 o'clock appointment with a very important customer. I've got to change shirts and get the heck out of here. You guys have an awesome day. I will log in from the beach and see you guys. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. Wash on, guys. See ya.